Hello, it's Phil at Digital DJ Tips, taking a quick look at the DJ Tech 4-Mix DJ controller. This is just above budget price, but below some of the more expensive controllers that it looks a little bit like, and I'm thinking about the Innovation Twitch, the Chapter Control S2 and S4. And it has a nice blend of controls which stand it apart from a lot of the Me Too identikit DJ controllers that are out there at the moment. So let's look at what those features are. It's reasonably heavy. It's got a plastic case, but it's got a metal screw down top plate which is easy to remove due to the design, and that allows you to replace the crossfader, for instance. So there are some good design features on this unit. However, I think the appearance is let down a little bit by these nasty plastic silver EQ controls. DJ Tech seem to use these a lot. It's just a design thing, but they could replace them with something that looks and feels a bit nicer in my view. It is supplied with Virtual DJ LE. It's a 4-channel controller, so there's 4 physical channels up the middle. They're actually quite simple, but it's nice to have all 4 there. There's just the controls with the Q button, big fat filters, full EQ, and then a flashing light at the top which will come on if you're overdriving the channel and you need to pull back a bit. There's no gain controls there, but Virtual DJ LE does have auto gain built in. However, if you're the kind of DJ that likes to tweak your gains manually, then you can't do it on this. These performance pads down here are divided into 3 layers. The bottom is your standard control, transport controls, so your play pause and your cues and so on. The middle one is for your hot cues, and then holding down shift and pressing it will delete the hot cues, so you can just drop and play hot cues that way, very standard behaviour. And then the top row, there's a big sync button, and then there's very simple looping where you can halve and double the length of the loop by pressing shift and these in-out buttons. You can drop manual loops and you can re-loop. And that's really it. That's the main performance controls you're going to use. There is an effects section. It's very simple. By holding down shift and using these buttons and knobs here, you can control the effects in Virtual DJ, although there's only one effect mapped to it out of the box, which is the break effect, the vinyl break. This area also controls 4 sample slots in Virtual DJ, and the sample slots are simple but effective. I've always liked the way the samples work in Virtual DJ. You can very simply loop to the beat, so you can easily have you know, percussion and so on going on there. There's just a volume control and a sample trigger, and you're going to have to use the screen a bit to set your samples up, but this is an easy way of controlling the first 4 of the 12 sample slots. The jog wheels are simple, they're not dual action, there's no nudge and scratch depending on where you touch them. There's simply a switch to switch between behaviours there. A bit like the Allen and Heath jog wheels these. And apart from the library function and the master and booth outputs, it's nice to see a booth output, that's about it. There are some nice professional touches on this. There's a tone control on the microphone, for instance, and there's also a crossfader curve control on the back. So it's nice to see that. But there's a couple of things I didn't like with it. The first thing is that the mapping out of the box with Virtual DJ LE doesn't control these 4 channels in order. Virtual DJ LE has 4 channels that look the same, they're all lined up, but when you move these, they all move in a different order on the screen. And that's confusing. They should be mapped left to right on the software and on the hardware. I mean, that's pretty obvious. It's something that Virtual DJ and DJ Tech need to sort out to make this mapping work properly. It works, but it's not easy. The second thing is that there's no manual pitch control. There's no way of manually altering the pitch on the controller itself. So you need to rely on the software to get the pitch right, or you need to hit the mouse and the software screen in order to change the pitch or tap it out or whatever. That's a big omission. I think you should have a pitch control on a DJ controller. You can't rely on software to get it right for you. But apart from those 2 things, it's an interesting controller, sounds okay. It's going to appeal to the self-mapping controllerist who takes one look and says, you know what, for the money, there's a lot of stuff on there that I can have some fun mapping. I can imagine people mapping this to Tractor, for instance, and enjoying doing that. And it brings some of the features of the more expensive controllerist controllers to a level where more people can afford them. That, combined with the fact that it's easy to use, there aren't lots of layers and banks and shift buttons and so on in order to confuse you, it's very immediate. those two things mean that I think this is going to find some fans out there, but they do need to adjust the mapping and they need to work out a way of giving you manual BPM. Now I spoke to DJ Tech about that, and apparently an update to the mapping that comes with it, which presumably will be available on their website, is going to allow you to alter the BPM manually by using shift and some knob somewhere on the unit. So they've at least addressed that one thing. Apparently addressing the order of the channels on the software is a little bit harder due to some problem between the way virtual DJ is mapped and the way the controller's built, whatever. Doesn't matter to us. All we see is that they don't work in order. So there you have it, the DJ Tech 4 Mix. It's available mid-December 2011 and the price is €399, I do believe. However, the full price will be on the review, which is at digitaldjtips.com/4mix, and that's the number 4 and the word mix. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.